Namaste and welcome. This is Chantel from She Achieves Studio. Namaste. Welcome to Facebook Live with me for a few minutes. And it's been a hot minute, hasn't it, since I've been live? And sometimes it just happens that way, whether we're conscious or unconscious. We're on this path. We have this intent, this intention, and sometimes we just go astray. And I feel that really that's okay, because the universe doesn't really care where you are. The universe doesn't give you what you want. The universe mirrors back to you where you are, wherever that is. Now, for those of you who know me, at She Achieves Studio, I work really closely with yoga, all kinds of yoga, especially Guna yoga. And I've created Guna yoga teacher training, and the summer school dates are coming up soon. So if you're wanting to dive into a deeper realm within yourself, into a higher consciousness, then connect with me at sheachievesstudio.com and I'll give you all the details. But for now, we are here doing a card pull. So we have the animal spirit cards in the big bowl, and they're just stewing up some energy as we speak right now. So we are here. We're going to call in some safe and sacred space, and then we'll get right into the cards. And the card pull is here to offer you some insight. Maybe there's something you're not really sure of. Maybe there's just some higher guidance that you're looking for. This is for you, whether you're watching it live and commenting, or if you're watching the replay as well. These cards are timeless. They will follow you wherever you are in your journey, whether you're unconscious or conscious of it. The cards are going to be there. Okay, I love it. So let's call in sacred space. Rub the hands together and bring the hands into the heart center. Heart is open, and yet the head is humbled. On the next breath in, breathe into the navel, the heart, and the third eye, the space between the eyebrows, connecting to intuition of universal guidance. Belly breath in. Open mouth, gentle sigh. And again, navel, heart, third eye. Open mouth. And one more time. Navel, heart, third eye. Breathe in through the nose. Open mouth and gentle sigh out. And we call upon sacred spirit of the south, the west, the north, the east, from Mother Earth to Father Sky, as above, so below, in between, and all around. May all angels, guides, seers guide us in this journey. May our hearts be open and our visions be guided only of the highest soul, source, self, light, and love. For you and me, Chantel, to receive universal guidance through the cards, however it shows up for us. Nothing more and nothing less. We do acknowledge we are on Treaty 8 territories of the many First Nations, Métis, Cree, Dene, and Inuit. May we all be held in the highest truth into the deepest reconciliation. Nothing more, nothing less. One breath at a time. So be it, let it be so. Aho. Beautiful. The incense went out, so I will light some sage as well. And if you follow me, you know that I always open up safe and sacred space, because we all come in to these gatherings at different speeds, at different frequencies of energy. So what happens is, in order to have that sound projection properly received, we want to equalize or harmonize or entrain each frequency that we're coming into this space with. And that's why we call in sacred space. We also want to be guided only by the highest stream the highest light. And that is also a form of protection and reverence. So here we have some white buffalo sage that I will just let that burn. You can see it right here, and it is going to be going and inviting in all of the elements, all of the gunas, air, fire, and earth together with us. So let's start, shall we? Okay. What do we need to know? Oh, okay. What do we need to know today about the energy direction that we're holding, the energy direction that we're projecting, and the energy direction that we're receiving with? Oh, here we are. The first one, the butterfly. I love it. The butterfly. Can you see that? Beautiful. And we're entering into the season of the butterfly pretty soon, coming into spring. And I love reading the stories, because when we become adults, unless we consciously listen to an audio recording or an audio story, we don't really get stories read to us anymore. And I feel that's a big part of learning how to receive is listening to stories. So I'm going to read you a little story of the butterfly. So the butterfly, think of what the butterfly represents. Oh my gosh, the butterfly represents so much. It's a cauldron of change. It's transformation. It is learning how to let go without attachment. And that's a whole other story when we talk about learning to let go. So we're going to stay with focusing on the butterfly, bringing us into a form of transformation, undergoing great change and transformation. Now, as I read you this story of the butterfly for some guidance, feel free to close your eyes. Be as still as you can during this as well, okay? The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition, since air is the element of the heart, Anahata chakra. This change usually involves relationships. Now, it can be a relationship with yourself. It can be a relationship with another person, place, or thing. And it can also be a relationship of an experience that you've had. Maybe you're wanting to give a past experience a new meaning, so you're able to let that experience go. However it is, this is a form of transition. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, don't gotta tell me that twice. Be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon. Committing to one daily routine done at the same place and same time will do wonders for lifting a butterfly spirit. Now, when the butterfly's in balance, the butterfly is cheerful and grateful. We're able to find gratitude in all things. When the butterfly is out of balance, we become fragile and frustrated. Pick me, I'm the butterfly. Is anyone else resonating with this? I'd love to hear your comments, because this is like hitting the head on the nail. Now, how do we bring the butterfly energy into balance? Oh, a daily routine. Imagine that. So, okay, let's talk about the daily routine first, okay? Because I feel that it has a lot to do with feeling stable and grounded when maybe we're in a state in our life or a phase in our life where we're not feeling stable. So what is our grounding rod? Well, it can be the daily routine. And it doesn't have to be like a 45-minute workout. I mean, it can be, by all means. But we also, hang on, I got a little hair in my mouth. It can be as simple as writing dreams down, whether we're journaling with symbols, whether we're journaling with colors or pictures or a poem or a big drawn out long paragraph. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we're showing up. And, I feel that a lot of people experience this because I hear it from clients coming into the studio or in yoga classes or yoga teacher training, is that we have this expectation of how things have to play out when we're showing up for ourselves. And attachment and expectation is related to ego, and attachment is also related to the root chakra. Okay, so look at what you're feeding the root energy, because whatever you're feeding your root energy, whatever you're grounding in, is going to feed the emotions, is going to feed the ego, is going to feed the heart and the self-confidence and the self-expression. Whatever you're feeding the root is also going to feed intuition and that oneness. So what are you attaching yourself to? And is it serving you? It can be as simple as just recognizing what you're attaching yourself to. Now, how does this play in to a daily routine? Well, whatever we start our day with, whatever energy we start our day with, that's going to trickle into the rest of the conversations we have with coworkers, with partners, with friends, with family, with ourselves. So when we clean our energy in the morning, when we are conscious of what energy we're holding in the morning, that is going to be what we're feeding the rest of the energy inside and around us. So check in. So what does cleaning energy mean? And how do we do it? Well, first we are willing to notice. We come from a curiosity of, okay, what energy, what am I noticing of the energy inside and around me right now as soon as you wake up? So slow down, number one. When you wake up, if the alarm goes off and you jump out of bed and you go to the bathroom and then you brush your teeth and you do your morning gig, that's awesome. That's that morning routine. But what happens from when you wake up to when you start your morning routine? Let's become conscious of that. So I invite you in the morning when you wake up, refrain, ease into that morning routine. Know where you are holding excess energy and know where you're holding empty energy. And we want to come from a place of curiosity again, of being the observer. So in Guna yoga, we call this Purusha. And again, if you work with me, you're going to hear that word a lot, Purusha. That is our soul self. That is the wholeness of it. That is our true soul, okay? It's not attached to anything. It's not identifying itself with any person, place, thing, or experience. That is Prakriti. That is life's experiences. Prakriti is the attachment that we have to people, places, and things, and experiences and memories in the past. Okay? So we take that moment, those few moments after we wake up, before we get out of bed, to breathe and connect with Purusha. Now, how is Purusha going to show up? I don't know. I don't know how it's going to show up for you. You are the only one who can observe this. Okay? So, number one, before you get out of bed, stop, breathe, check in. What energy is excess? What energy is empty? And then just notice, just be aware of it. Now, do you have to do anything about it? Absolutely not. Not right now, okay? That's for when, that's another Facebook Live. Or come talk to me about it, okay? We can get you hooked up on what to do when you notice that you have excess or empty energy, okay? So we restrain, we hang out in bed, we breathe, we feel, we connect, and then we start our daily routine. Because then what this gives us is a consciousness of where we're directing the rest of the energy for the rest of the day. Okay, cool. So how does that have to do with a butterfly? Well, now we're coming into the daily routine to bring us into balance. Now, this routine may be completely unconscious. You do it every day, no matter what. You're unconscious, you're competent. You know what you're doing, and it works for you. Awesome. But what if you have a daily routine that you're kind of unconscious? You just do it and you're not really aware of it, and you don't even know if it feels good or if it drains your energy or if it gives you energy. It's just something you do and you're completely oblivious to what happens afterwards. Well, that's where you start to step back. You learn how to notice. And you start to notice. That's it. Start to notice what your daily routine, especially the morning routine, consists of. So with yoga, we invite people to practice in the morning, whatever your morning is. And again, it can have a different form every time you show up, whether it's yoga on the mat or, as I call it, yoga beyond the bend. You're going into self-inquiry, okay? That is yoga as well. So what happens when we clean the energy and we're conscious of the energy in the morning with a morning yoga practice on or off the mat, we start the day fresh. We start the day clear. We're letting go of attachments that have happened yesterday or the day before. And it's like you have a clean slate to start the day with. And this offers us freedom because we're not holding on to the past energies. We're letting those past energies just be there, and we can observe them if we want, but we don't have to keep reliving these past energies. We don't have to keep reliving these past experiences when we start from a clean slate. Make sense? Does that make sense? Yes, it does, Chantel. Okay, and if it doesn't, comment below whether you're watching this live or you're watching the replay. Let me know if this is resonating with you. Okay, so with the butterfly, so the butterfly goes through this natural process of transformation. It goes through preparing, and it goes through the actual transformation, and then it comes out on the other side. And it comes out changed. It's like, it's not holding on to itself. It's not resisting change. It's just going through its natural process. So I want to keep this informative and maybe not too deep, but if you're inclined and if you resonate with this, gently take a few moments right now. Eyes open or eyes closed. Breathe into that belly, navel, the heart, the third eye, and take a few breaths. Relax the shoulders, soften the jaw, and feel the tongue. Okay? And notice, is there an attachment, something that you're holding on to? Whether it's something you're holding on to physically, something you're holding on to emotionally, something you're holding on to energetically, something you're holding on to mentally, or something you're holding on to spiritually. And observe it. Okay, just observe it. Like a fly in the wall. Like a fly on the wall. Like a flower in the garden. Like the clouds in the sky. You're just here to observe. Purusha, that is the observer. We remove ourselves out of the middle of the experience and out of the attachment. We step out of it so we can look around it. We can see the holistic view. Now, when we talk about holistic and integrity and wholeness, we include everything, every single piece. Okay? And that can be really challenging if there's pieces that we don't want to look at. But yet we need to include them to create a whole. And what I find is that we want to do all of this inner work, and yet we're just not ready to look at the shadows yet. And peace out. That is awesome. We wish you consciousness. We Okay, wait a minute. Peace out. We love you all. Okay, got it. See? Even the universe agrees. Okay, so what we are talking about is, if you are not ready for whatever reason to go into the shadows, then don't. Honor where you're at. Slow down. Start with the basics by learning how to notice through becoming the observer, the witness, versus being the witnessed and the observed. Okay? Step out of it. Step back. Look around. Walk around whatever you're feeling like you are attached to. Okay? Do you have to do anything with it right away? No, you don't. You can just observe it. Okay, and this is something that I've evolved into with working with clients in the studio and online, even through the yoga teacher training, the circle of women fire pits that I hold, whatever it is that we're going into this space of feeling. Feel your body. How does this feel for you? How does this feel? Well, sometimes I feel we're not ready to feel. Sometimes I feel we're not ready to feel. Okay? For whatever reason, we're disassociated, we're fragmented, we don't want to feel. We're just don't know how to feel. We don't want to feel. Beautiful. So take a step back. Take a step back, take a deep breath, and notice. Learn how to notice before we begin to feel. Right? I know. Who's with me? I love this. Because I feel again that we're trying to get all of these feelings organized, and yet we've lost the art of just noticing from a neutral witness, without an identity, without personifying it, without attaching ourselves to it, without giving ourselves an identity from what we're noticing. Just learn. See if you can do this today. Learn how to restrain so you can notice versus being the noticed. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's all I got right now, and I'm gonna let everyone go. I hope that this helped you maybe reclaim some energy that you've been attached to that's no longer serving you, that it's reminding you that challenge is growth waiting to happen. And when we go through an unsteady transition, physically, emotionally, mentally, energetically, spiritually, we can still have this space of feeling both feet on the ground, okay? Of feeling safe while we're feeling unsteady. And that can look very different for everyone, and it can look different day to day. Beautiful. So enjoy the spirit of the butterfly. Also, if you're interested in learning more and really embodying conscious energy direction, join me this Friday night at the outdoor fire pit for a circle of women, because we have a full moon coming up. I believe it's on Saturday night. So we will be honoring the full moon by the fire pit with a healing drum circle for women, a circle of women. The details will be available when you DM me, and space is limited. Okay, so contact me by Thursday if you want to get into a circle of women, a fire pit drum circle. We also will be enjoying the sweetness and aroma of ceremonial cacao. So this will be a cacao fire pit ceremony, and we will be talking more about feeling steady when you are going through any transition, however that shows up for you. Stay connected with me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and sheachievestudio.com. Email collective. DM me anytime. Let's close sacred space. And we thank the sacred spirits of the south, the west, the northeast, Mother Earth, and Father Sky. Thank you for this universal guidance of the spirit of the butterfly, and may we be able to always find freedom in spreading our wings. The work here is now done. The work here is now done. The work here is now done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. Shh. Peace out. I love you all. And please share this video, share She Achieves Studio with other people in your life that may be seeking conscious energy direction, one breath at a time. I say namaste. Peace out.